around here. She has been the CEO and president of Spruce Meadows since 2005, and we've seen Spruce Meadows develop into a mecca of international show jumping here under her watch. Also a former member of our Olympic and national teams. Please welcome Linda Southern-Heathcote.
I didn't want to jump up on stand because I'd probably fall down. Welcome to everyone. This is an exciting time, as David said, and it is about community. Spruce Meadows has always, ever since we started, my mother and father had a vision to be a part of this community of Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and even international. And this is actually a perfect day for the launch because this is true Spruce Meadows weather. Everybody knows that, right? The farmers plant their crops around us, so. But it is about bringing people together. It's about the youth. We've always focused on the grassroots of a sport. We are open 365 days for people to enjoy. And it is about building a stronger community. And I think Calgary is in need of a boost. And so we're really excited to be a part of that journey. And so I welcome everybody and say that it is an exciting time. You know, our motto is good friendship, good sport, and good commerce. And I believe that the soccer and football nation and the foot soldiers bring all of that together for us. So thank you so much.
Running a team or a league or I suppose a franchise of his own out here at Spruce Meadows for a long time, Ian Allison.
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you, everyone, for being here today. You know, when I started here, I had hair and didn't need glasses, but that's a long story. But it is terrific to see such an outpouring from the community, from what Linda spoke about, and her family that has provided such great leadership. And I was taken over the last couple of days when I told our team that we're now at the starting line. And Mr. Southern always alluded to Spruce Meadows as an unlikely sport in an unlikely place. And I think that that maybe holds true for many out there right now that are looking through a different lens at Spruce Meadows. But I think it's an exquisitely correct time and a very good fit for all that we do here. But it will take a lot of teamwork, and it will take leadership, and it will take situational leadership. And I think, again, over the last 18 months or so, when Linda's eyes lit up about this concept of green grass and international sport and youth, it took me back to a different time when Canadians in international show jumping had no chance to go anywhere. John Simpson is in the room, he would know that. He went on to the Olympic Games for Canada. Michelle Viancourt, Linda Heathcote, her sister Nancy Southern, the championships, the medals of all of the Canadians that have happened since then. And I think it can happen here, again, in this sport. And just like those riders who now from all over the world want to come through the clock tower to see how they fare on the global stage, I hope down the pathway, down the runway, they can come through the Meadows on the Green portal, and it will be a hallowed ground for football with the best in the world playing, and many of those best being Canadians. It's going to take a lot of work, as I said, and we're going to have to call on another great phrase of our co-founder and co-chairman, Ron Southern, who used to say, it's going to take some gut skating and back-checking, guys, and then you're going to have to put the puck in the net. We're going to have to change the terminology. I understand that. Tommy's already brought me on board. I think it's guts, running, and pressing, and we're going to have to put the ball between the posts, but we're committed to doing that. But we need everybody in this room. Again, Spruce Meadows is about a lot of things, but it's about a little circle we always take ourselves back to when we sometimes go off on tangents, and it's about having the athletes and having the media and having our corporate partners and all coming together as fans to support this, and then that wheel will start to spin. And as I said, it will take that leadership. And well, I did play soccer from 1971 to 1975. I in no way consider myself all that learned on the field of play. But I think what we have done is we've identified a man in this community who in so many ways reminds me of a man that started the horse program back here in Spruce Meadows over 40 years ago. And the man that will be, it's not a secret anymore, you saw him up on the screen, but he's a terrific young man. He has great leadership skills. He understands people, he understands this community, he's committed to it, and he will lead the cavalry as they go onto the battlefield, if you will. Tommy Wilden Jr. Tommy, turn me up.
Thank you. It's an absolute honour to be in front of everyone here because it means a lot to me because this city has adopted me. And I mean that in the truest sense because home can be where you're born or home can be where you're embraced, and this city really embraced me. So I came here 16 years ago to play for the old Calgary Storm team back in the USL days, and the team folded. American-based league, it didn't have a good stability, good program. So when the team folded, I fell in love with the place, the people, and this embraced me. So I was fortunate enough to marry a Calgarian. My kids have grown up here, and I'm now a proud Canadian citizen. So all I'm ever trying to do is give back to the country and the city that has welcomed me. So that's part of the journey. But like with any team, it's the team behind the team that really defines the success of it. And as you see around you now, Spruce Meadows is a phenomenal venue, it's a phenomenal place. I've got to know more and more about the culture of the place here. With Linda Heathcott, Ian Allison, and all of the Spruce Meadows people around here, it's safe to say that it's got some horsepower. And that's one of my corny jokes I have to do to break the ice, but it's true because there's no ceiling, there's no glass ceiling here. Everything is possible. So behind the scenes, I've been keeping a lot of things to myself and away from family and friends. I think tomorrow when I wake up, there's no more secrets. We're out there, this is real, and it's not exclusive to some, it's inclusive to everybody. This is a team for the city. Because I think I look around, I see a lot of people from the Calgary soccer community, people who have played here, people who have supported here, people from different clubs. And I think the beauty of it here is that this now, we no longer have to send our kids overseas, like we've had to do with Nick Ledgwood's, Ryan Jackie's in here, Marco Carducci's. They can stay and play and follow their dreams in their hometown city in front of their friends and family. I think that's so powerful. I think that's what we've got to put at the forefront of our mind when we want to grow this league and this sport, because the biggest picture we want to paint now is if we are fortunate enough to host the 2026 World Cup, how many players are going to be developed here in Calgary that are going to be playing that red? And that's on us as a soccer community to unite for that, because we're here to change the landscape of Canadian soccer. We can't do it alone, we've got to do it as a family, and we do that together. This is an absolutely incredible day for everybody associated with soccer. There's been a lot of work from a lot of people behind the scenes. I'm a very proud man to be up here and behind this, and I look forward to working for you and doing my very best and working with you as we create the best franchise club in this country. Thank you.
All right, so we've met some of the great people that have helped Calgary's newest franchise arrive and will start playing next year. I feel like we need more of an unveiling, don't we? And for that, we have some very special guests today, and I'd like to invite to the front at this point members of Lord Strathcona's Horse, the Royal Canadians. We've got 4 members here. Very appropriate, a bit of symbolism here for Cavalry FC. Also would like to call back up Linda as well as David as we will unveil 2 logos. Cavalry, you can come up 2 on each side as we unveil some of the logos for Calgary FC. We've got a video before we do that, excuse me. social media apps. Here we go. Linda, David? If we're done with photos, we can go to our next logo. If anyone wants another snap or two, let us know. Okay, Linda and David, we'll get you the march across. So there are the colors we saw at Army Green and Calgary Red. Thank you, Linda and David. Calvary, I think I'm supposed to tell you at ease, or something along those lines. It's a special day. You're all going to be leaving with a gift bag. There'll be some promotional codes for some exclusive access to tickets, promo codes, etc. But we do today get to announce our first member, or season ticket holder, if you will, of Calvary FC. So there you have it. Member number 1, Mrs. Mark Southern, who happens to be the chairman and co-founder of Spruce Meadows. Exciting day. At this point, I'd like to welcome the cavalry to the front of the stage. Linda and David, if you could come up on stage. We're going to invite Tommy as well as Ian, and also we have Paul Byrne here as well, who's the president of the CPL. We're going to present the cavalry flag. To the front of the stage so we can get a few more photos. Thank you. Okay, so the colors, the team, the minds behind it, I think it's probably time we have a little Q&A. So we'll leave it.